I think we've got very mixed feelings, really. I mean, obviously, on one hand, one completely understands the health implications, and public health is the most important thing. However, there is also a point at which it just becomes unsustainable for businesses to operate, and with this sort of without some of the things that we've called for previously, so without further support for freelancers and sole traders, self-employed, without investment in creative education and creative skills, without something like a government-backed insurance scheme, there will be many businesses that actually will be unable to sustain this delay, and there will be many more that, if there's another delay, are definitely going to be able to not sustain, they won't be in business. I think the sort of the long-term implications of this is that we are losing some of our most talented makers, creators, artists, musicians, theatre makers, and we're all poorer for that.
Well, the really beneficial thing, if I just talk about the centre of London, is, we've got 7, 8, 9 theatres open at the moment, albeit at that 50% capacity, but they're doing incredibly well. Audiences are flocking, audiences really want to come. And I think, our feedback is audiences are very gratified across the country by the safety measures that theatre have put in place, this See It Safely scheme that we have all over the country. So at the moment, audience demand is great, and audiences desperately want to come back and enjoy that live entertainment. And look, of course, the lack of international tourism is going to be a struggle for many for some time. But we also, let's focus on our British audience as well, and what we have to offer them. So we're optimistic that if we can get open and display the full range of the extraordinary entertainment we have, that actually people want to flock back and enjoy it.
The West End and British touring theatre is a jewel in the crown of kind of soft power cultural export. Like, it is world renowned. If you go anywhere in the world and you say, oh, the West End, that's synonymous with some of the things that make the UK absolutely emblematic of being one of the kind of superpowers of creating culture and that export. I think that really is the sad shame, and I think that being left by the government is something that is amazing to me. I think that would be one of the first, with Brexit, with the pandemic, with everything that is going on. I would have thought that throwing the full weight behind recovering this sector would be a really sensible move.
I mean, I think the positive side is that people have been incredibly imaginative, incredibly creative. It's not just the pivot to digital. People have been very, very creative in using the restrictions and being creative within those parameters. Some of our best creatives work within extremely challenging circumstances. So I don't think creativity has suffered. But the long and the short of it is that those things have a business model that require paying customers, and we just need to get back to a point when businesses can operate at a capacity which doesn't just cover a tiny cost, but actually covers all of their costs, and hopefully, fingers crossed, generates a profit for them as well.